If you are just getting started with Excel, one of the first things you'll need to know is how to enter and format data properly. In this video, I'll show you how to type and edit data in Excel, how to format numbers, text, and dates. Quick tips to make your spreadsheet look professional. So let's dive in. So the first thing we want to learn today is editing and deleting data. I am using a working file in order to keep our videos easy to follow, so that you have all the basics needed to learn Excel. Okay, so as you can see here, I've got in column A some numbers here, and this was from a previous video where I did some things and showed you how to use the interface. Okay, so let's get started. So what we're going to do is, like we said, we're going to do editing and deleting data. So it's quite easy to edit and delete data. So if you make a mistake, don't worry. Just click on the cell and type it again. So for example, here's 500. I'm going to click on that cell and I'm going to say 600. And that's without going backwards or frontwards or whatever. And then, or you can click on the cell again, click F2 to edit without erasing everything. So for example, I typed in 600, but I actually wanted to be 601. So I'll just backspace and I'll add a 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear all this data in our working file and start fresh for this video. Just highlight cell A or any cells where the data is and drag down or to the side. So like this. Oh, maybe not from here. You can do it this way as well and just drag it over. But let's do it this way, then we know it's all clear. So we go to the last one over here. This is one of the examples I showed in an earlier video, like I said. So it's all highlighted. You right click and you delete. Right? Sometimes it will ask you to shift cells to the left, to the right, or whatever, so you can do that as well, but that's about it. Then the second one I want to talk about is entering data in your Excel spreadsheet like this. So in Excel, you enter data by simply clicking on a cell and typing. Press enter to move down or tab to move to the right. So for example, in A1, we want to add in some data. Okay, so the types of data you can enter is a lot of things like texts, numbers, dates and times, things like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do text. So what I'll do is I will add in A1, I will add Excel empowerment. Excel empowerment, that's A1. You'll see here it says A1 in the name box. Then in but before we move on, as you can see, the full name does not fit into A1 in this box, little box here, right in the cell. So what we're going to do is we're going to change that later on, but let's just do the basics for now. So Excel empowerment in A1. Next, we can add numbers like sales figures or prices, things like that. I'll put in 1000 in B2. That is for the amount of subscribers I'll need to get monetized, right? So let's do subscribers, and then in C2, okay, please no, take the subscribers out. Let's do this. What I'm going to do is here in C2, because I actually want it next to each other, but you know what what I'll type in 4,000. This is the amount of watch time, watch hours I will need to get monetized. So please watch this video and my other videos to the end, and don't forget to subscribe to help me achieve this. Right, let's move on. Now that we've got that out of the way, right, let's move on to dates and times. Say I'll add the date next to the word Excel Empowerment. So in B2, I'll put a date in. So let's say 31st of December 2025. So for argument's sake, that is the goal I want to reach at the end of the year. End of this year. Okay. Now you can use any format for this. So I like this format. It's straightforward. Everyone can understand it. Some people, like in where I'm from South Africa or the UK or whatever, have their dates like this. The day first, the month, and then the year. And then people like in the US, they have the month first, the day, and then the year. So whatever works for you. I like it this way. It's just easier. Everyone can understand it. Yeah. So for example, there's another thing. If you want to enter multiple lines in one cell, press Alt on your keyboard and enter to create a line break. So for example, what did I do now? So we do quick next to the 4,000. Oh man, what's it doing that? Yeah, there we go. Then it does that. So now it automatically makes this row larger so that it can fit in. So I can add in another number, but we don't want to do that now. So we just go back here by undo. We go back to where we were. Okay. So now we move on to formatting text and numbers. Once you've entered data, you might want to make it easier to read. Let's start with text formatting. So we want maybe to create, we want this to stand out, Excel Empowerment, okay? We want A1 to stand out, so we want it maybe in bold. And on top here where your ribbon is, we spoke about this in the previous video where I explained exactly what the ribbon is, what it does, what each tab does. Okay, so you can check out that video before moving on here. So we want to make it bold. We want it to stand out. So we bold. Can you see how it changed there? It won't show it here, but you'll see afterwards. Then I want it italics. There we go. It says italic. And then I also want to underline it. Now the beauty of Excel, everything is there for you, you know, as you need it and as you want it. All you have to do is just know where to go and, you know, things like this. Use those little arrows showing down as well. Okay. So now let's focus on font size and color. Also in the ribbon, you'll find that you can change the font size. So over here it's under 11. But remember, this must be you need to click on this tab and stay on this tab if that is what you want to change. You can also highlight it if you want everything to be the same. So we're just going to work with this one tab. So we want to change the size, say to 14. We click on this little arrow. It's currently at 11. We click on 14. You see, increased. Okay, and let's change the color, say a green, to fit in with the Excel theme. Okay, so now you'll see here there's two colors. This is for font color. This is for fill color. So fill color will basically fill the whole tab. Okay, as you can see, I clicked on it, it will fill the whole tab. I don't want that. I want to click on A1 and I set color and I want green, and we say, I wonder if this green would work. Let's see. Yeah, perfect. We click on that green. Now we move on to the alignment. Remember, we're still busy with the cell. We want to use the alignment tab also in the ribbon. That is why, guys, it's very important for you to know your ribbon. Use center, left or right align. So over here you'll have all these top lines, center, middle, whatever, bottom, and then you also have these align left if you want your data in that little cell to move to this. So on here you can see it's on the right. So if I say left, that will change the left, but we're not dealing with that cell now, we're dealing with this cell. Okay, so what I want is I just want to align to the middle, because remember I want that to be the focus. You change it. So now, but remember we still can't see it properly, and we're going to get there soon. So now formatting numbers. So if you work on a currency, so say for example, that's perfect when you work at your personal budget, or if you work at pricing or some financial data in your work, your job, that's perfect for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to currency, but what I want to change to currency is, say, in E2 I have 500, right, and I want to change this to currency. Okay, so what I can do is I click on that cell, I right click, say format cells. Now it gives you options: general, number, currency, accounting, date, time. We want currency. At the moment it is under pounds, which I like working with. So, but I probably guess because I understand it better. But we want to move to change the currency to the US dollar, right? So because most of the world is familiar with it. Okay, so we're going to go down and we're going to look for the dollar sign. You can type it in here as well, but you know, I was trying to look to show you what you see. And there's a lot of dollars, but we're going to do United States. Okay, you want to leave it at 2 decimal places so it looks professional as well. So let's see. So we enter. There we go. Change to dollar and 2 decimal places. So now we've got that. Yeah, so we've got that. So I want to move on to percentages. So say you want 50% of your viewers to watch the tutorial to the end. You just type the number and shift and percent on your keyboard. So now 50% of 1,000 subscribers, right? So I say equal to, click the P2, or you can type in 1,000, whatever is easy for you, and you say times 50, and you click on percent, shift and percent on your keyboard, and you say enter. So 500 viewers will watch, 500 viewers, so 50% of viewers will watch this video or tutorial to the end. Okay, so now I told you earlier on we spoke about dates. So you can choose, you know, the correct format that fits you, but I want to show you also where you go in. So let me see. Up here, I clicked on it. I right click, format cells. We go down here again and we say custom. So because I'm clicked on the date, it will be there already. So over here you say, like we said, day, month, year. You can say month, year, and it will change to December 2012. you can go down and see the options and whatever, and then you can pick which ones you want, right? So you can also set day and month here. So it's going to give you 31 December 25 and not the full 2025. Okay, and where did we have that now? Now we had it this way, but that's also fine. So let's choose, I think we had it this way. It doesn't even matter now. Click OK. Great. So now let's move on to, as I promised, adjusting column width and row height. So now, like I said, I will make the cell or the cells bigger so that the words or your data fits. So focus on A1, Excel empowerment. Okay. So like I said, sometimes the data might get cut off because the column is too narrow. So to fix this, you can manually adjust this. So drag the column boundary to make it wider. So over here, between A and B, okay, you click, you need to click for it to work. You can drag it to the end of the word with data. So it all fits in nicely. And you can see Excel empowerment is underlined, it's under italics, it's bold, and it's green. Okay, there's other ways as well, but let's stick to the basics. Now, to make a row height bigger, the same thing applies, but you click over the side and not the side. You click here on the left, in the little boxes here, depending on which row you want it bigger, and you drag as well. Perfect. Okay. Now, we've got that out of the way. Next, we're going to talk about using cell styles for professional formatting. Okay. So if you want your spreadsheet to look more polished, use Excel built-in styles. So now, let me go to the date, because I don't want to, I'm going to leave this as is. Go to the date, and you say steps. To do these cells, well, you need to select also in the ribbon. So the next step will be cell styles, and look at all of that beautiful colors popping up. Okay. So now what do you want to do? So you've got your date, you want to change that to something. So we either change it to, you can use a theme like heading or accent to highlight important sections. So for me, the date will be important because that is my goal, is to monetize this channel by the end of this year. So say, for instance, I also still want to keep the theme, and I say, you can make it the heading, you do that, but I want to keep, kind of stick to the plan of having green as my thing. So let's see, that's nice. Use this one, accent 3, and we use the dark green accent. Click on it, and there we go.